Hey guys, welcome to Kipoerneke's Corner. I am over in EverQuest Legends again, and I'm currently right outside of this little swamp, um, on the very southern part of, I believe, Southern Row. First of all, we have this Ondod Fila over here, who is level 51, and looks like they glower at me previously. Now, I don't want to be glowered at. I hate being glowered at. It's just absolutely abysmal. So let's try to keep our distance from that individual a little bit. No need to cause problems where there are none, right? We have an oracle over here, though, and I don't mind causing problems with him, I don't think. He doesn't seem to mind causing problems with me either. So he's a shaman, meaning that after that initial hit with the slam, I'm going to try to save it for him casting something, because I'm going to assume he's going to do a little bit of healing. So far so good. He tried to cast minor healing and it went through, because unfortunately my slam didn't hit. What a shame. But didn't get it again, I don't think, so it's a shame. It says he regains concentration and continues casting, so even though I made the attempt to interrupt him, it was a failed attempt. It's alright, though. We got an illegible scroll. Now, what is an illegible scroll? Maybe we can find out. Let's come over here and right-click it. It's illegible, so I guess I can't read it. What would one do with this? It's an oracle scroll. It says it's a quest item, so surely someone wants it. Who would want it? That's a question. No idea. Is it a quest that we would want to do? Maybe. Who knows? Ah, look at that. We got a little fight with two warriors, as a matter of fact. They're just both straight up warriors, and I'm on difficulty level 0, so it's not too terribly concerning, no matter who we get in a fight with. But this is good, because we can clear these warriors out, and then we can get that cleric by himself. That sounds like a good idea. What's all that? Oh, that's the snakes, I think. Alright, onward and upward. We got 1 silver and 1 copper from the corpse. That probably, gave us 33% more money than we had a moment ago. Strange though that is, I think it's probably true. Now, let's see here. Almost finished this guy off. Won't take too much longer. He's running away, trying to escape, but we got him before he could. So now, the orc cleric over here. He doesn't seem to care about us at all. Oh, I guess I had stunned him, maybe? Maybe. Again, he's a cleric, so after that first hit, I'm gonna wait and try to interrupt his casts. If I can manage it, we'll see. It's looking okay so far. There, I made the attempt, didn't work. He regained concentration and continued casting. He was not interested in us slamming him around. He's got slam resistance going on. I did it again, and he once more did not care. Doesn't seem that I'm doing all that much good with my timing of that, except that I did interrupt his stun, and I'm okay with that. I'd honestly rather interrupt his stun than his heal to a large degree. Didn't interrupt his strike either. This is terrible. He's healing some more. The slam was down. It's rough. These clerics. Hey, I managed to interrupt him that time during his light healing. Now, his light healing casting seems to come up significantly more often than my slam does. The guards are sticking around. By the way, if you hear a bunch of noise, that is because I'm streaming from my son's cards and comics shop. So, or maybe games and comics if you prefer. So they're in the next room playing D&D, and so people are kind of coming in and out, and you may hear some exclamations of excitement from in there. I think they're fighting a dragon, I believe. So, things are getting a little unruly. Meanwhile, I suppose I'll go chase down this cleric instead of just standing there while he walks away. It's one idea. Now, also, I'm not sure which of these zones. There's one of these zones that you go through to get to Fallen where they tell me that there's a griffin that flies around and that the griffin is quite nasty and to be avoided. Watch out for it. If you see it, it's probably too late, kind of thing. Which, you know, is less good as far as warnings go. I think the idea is to get through the zone as quickly as possible at this level and don't hang out there. But since I'm not actually sure which zone it is, oh, whoa, he's big. That was unexpected. In EverQuest 2, they have tarantulas that are huge, and they're in sinking sands. Primarily, they're yeah, that's mostly where they have the huge ones. Let's see if we can get some coyote parts. Maybe we want to eat a little bit of coyote meat. Who knows? Could be. It's a warrior. Lots of warriors as our enemies at these levels, I've noticed. The fire beetle eyes are good for cooking, I think, the edible goo, I believe. But yeah, almost everything is a warrior, it seems, at this level. We get some healers here and there, and a few rangers, but a lot of warriors for sure. I'm looking forward to hitting level 10 so that I can get that shaman business going on. Feel like that was great help before. Oh, yes, and Terra Dune says on difficulty 0. You're correct. I'm really just trying to go through this zone. I'm fighting through because I don't know, I just like to, I guess. But I'm not really trying to get much out of it. Just sort of moving north. Hoping to get over to the Oasis of Mar, I think, and then making my way toward Befallen. And I don't really have any big plans. Just gonna go there, maybe try to get like a key from one of the Shadow Knights so that I can get in some doors more easily. Also, I need some money because, as you noticed, I'm sure I'm very low on funds. I have 5 gold left, which is significantly more than I had before I started this trek across the, I would say across the desert, but we've had all kinds of things. We've been through perhaps an oasis back here, and we've been through a swamp, you know, moving on, you know. And Tara says, yeah, just say the higher the difficulty, the crazier the enemy class. Oh, yeah, absolutely, that's true. At this level on difficulty 3, that's accurate. See there, I thought you were just reminding me to turn my difficulty up as I have been previously, which is very kind of you because honestly I'm terrible at remembering such things, but you're absolutely right. It does make a difference regarding what classes they are as to what difficulty you're on. See what the dry bones stuff. He's also a warrior. You know what? I think I'll try to attack him first of all instead of just standing here being beaten upon. And then second of all, I'm gonna go try this intimidate on the dry bones and see if it makes him wander off a bit. It doesn't seem to have. Oddly, the melee turned off there for a second as well. Not sure why. Maybe I was stunned, but I don't think so. Regardless, we'll try killing this ghoul, and then switching on over to the Dragon Skeleton afterward, I think, and I may as well just keep slamming this guy, because they're both warriors. I don't need to save or interrupt for anything. Doing a lot of missing. I like to think that I'm going to get better about that as time goes on. But I don't know, maybe Kipoerneke is just not the kind of person or in this case, Ogre, who hits the mark, you know? Maybe. Try tossing another Intimidate in there. Alright. Let's see, this guy is a level 16 warrior. That's pretty fancy. It's much better than my level 13. I see that I'm running very low on the endurance. Not quite low enough to switch yet, but pretty low. The warrior is a pretty slow hitter. Now, one thing I'm seeing is a bar going across, and I hadn't really noticed that prior. So I'm not sure what the bar is, what it represents. But I definitely have to try to get some of this endurance back. So that I can get back into evasive stance and have some endurance to use in lieu of all this health. I hadn't really noticed that my health had gotten up so high, actually. 643 is pretty fancy. Okay, I've gone down to 88, so I'm going to switch back over to the evasive stance. Try to use up some of this endurance and give myself a little bit of chance to not be killed by Dry Bones Skeleton here. Looks like it's going to be a close one, but I think I got it. Alright, we got a rusty longsword. Nice. I'll take it. What I'm going to do is put it on auto store, however. It can't be stored. What a shame. I must be full. I am full, so let's loot. Bugajoy says apparently ogres have a substantial XP penalty. There was something else about ogres too. Let's see. XP penalty, and what was the other thing? They use more food and drink, right? I think so. Consume at a faster rate, I believe. Which is interesting. All right. We got a madman on us. Let's go ahead and try to deal with that problem. Oh, he's a wizard. He can cast pretty often. He's rooted me. I'm not at all concerned about that, though. He tried to root me. I don't mind being rooted, because I have nowhere I'm planning to go, you know? So, I don't think that I interrupted him, but it's of no relevance because this is not a big problem. Although, he's wandering off. Can't be having that. What do we have here? It's a silver earring. I don't know what that looks like compared to what I have. Well, let's check it out. I guess I have nothing, and therefore the silver earring is brilliant. I love it. It's the best silver earring I've ever seen. There we go. Excellent. I've been getting some water flasks, it seems. I don't think that I had any already in my bags. So, probably they've been dropping and I haven't been noticing, maybe? Ah, yes, a water flask from a madman's corpse. Nice. Did I perhaps get more than one water flask from the same guy? I don't know, maybe. I've not paid nearly enough attention to what I'm looting. That's clear enough as I go up this record here. Now, no nice convenient way to just drag it up, it seems. I gotta just scroll that mouse. Got another desert madman. I wonder if he'll have a water flask as well. He's a druid. I tried to interrupt his burst of fire, but it didn't happen. Maybe next time. Who knows? Gotta get that interrupt skill up. That one was a little bit too fast for me. I think I may have been able to do it if I had clicked a little quicker. It was pretty close, but we did definitely interrupt that heal. Always nice to interrupt a heal for sure. My health has managed to get back up, so I think that's good. We got a water flask. Hey, there's a fellow adventurer running along there. Other question is, I wonder how many AA I have at the moment. And the reason I'm curious is because I would like to get some more symphonic auras going and possibly some more slots open as well. Right now I'm more concerned about the symphonic aura, but maybe soon enough I'll need more slots on the bar. It's definitely going to happen. It's just a matter of when. This guy's a warrior, by the way, so we can just slam him to our heart's content. Now, visually, on this modern UI that I have going here, on the stances and the invocations, it tells you what stance you're in the lower left corner of your little start stat window there. And it tells you what invocation you're in the lower right corner. And that's the setup that I have it in at the moment. That's pretty nice because I'm not a particularly visual person, as many of you know, and therefore I don't really very well see which things I have on the hotbar for that purpose. On this UI, I can see it a little bit better because they've kind of got it highlighted a little bit in white, very lightly, and then they have the whole image kind of lighter colored. It's a little bit confusing still for me, the coloration, because when I look at it, I don't see much difference between that light color and the like the yellow that they have for offensive stance and some other striker stance. I think it says. I can hardly read the words on there because again, there's not enough contrast for my. I don't know how to explain it, but the way that I see it makes it very difficult to see those words and to tell the difference between those spells, and that's something that's checked. Let's back up a little bit so that we can keep them in front of us and try to barrel through these folks a little bit. Got the crypt money, not the crypt mummy, not the crypt money. That's a whole different thing. We got the crypt mummy on his way out, and then we can switch over to dry bones. Unfortunately, I'm getting beaten pretty solidly by this dry bone skeleton crypt mummy combo, and my health and my endurance are both quite low. Switch over to a balanced stance, even though I don't really want to, but I feel like I've got to get a little bit of endurance back. And I wonder if now is a good time to sort of just make my way in a backward direction, walking like so. Weirdly, there we are. That's more like, now that's no good doll. We're gonna do this, however. I'll just run into more guys, why not? Why not, I say. That's not quite the right direction, is it? We need to go this way. Gonna die. That's what's gonna happen here. Yeah, that's okay. Where's it gonna spawn me? That's the real question. Let's respawn. Will I be closer? I am. I'm closer. That's phenomenal. Alright, so I could have done that a little sooner. What do we have over here? What is this? Looks like there's some kind of, yeah, it's a corpse. How odd. Why is there a corpse? Why are there corpses? There are two corpses just sort of lying here. Why? Desert Madman's corpse and a Kuma's corpse. Is it stuff that people left behind, maybe? Interesting. Oh, interesting. It says, stand close to and right-click on the corpse to try looting it. I mean, I think I already did that. Am I close enough? I don't know. Maybe I need to be on top of it? Interesting. No idea. Alright, onward. What is this? Is this another corpse? Somebody is waltzing around, killing things, I think. I've done. I clicked a button. Oh, that's very strange. So it dropped me down to one knee by this zombie's corpse. And it says link all, loot all, or done. It's got the zombie corpse in like a little window here. Huh. Oh, very, very strange. All right. Interesting. That was rather unexpected. Ooh, a sand giant. Level 36. Yeah, I don't think I want to play with him yet. I mean, I'm brave, perhaps, but not completely stupid. Maybe partially. There's supposed to be some merchants over here. I see them on the map. Is it real though? Let's go see what we can see here, because I've never tried to trade with any of these guys. Uh-oh, I'm doing all kinds of cool things. Trying to zoom out and head over to those guys. All right. Oh, there's another player. I wonder if he's the guy going around killing everything. Yes, maybe. I wonder if he thought I was going for that. If so, he thought incorrectly. I better check. Glowers at me. That seems bad. Probably this means that these level 35 guys will attack me. I don't know. Will they attack me or can I trade with them? Let's get a little close. I'm gonna hail him. Well, he hasn't attacked me. That's convenient. What if if I right click him, will he attack me? It says to right click. I right click and he's not interested in trading with me. That's okay. I really expected a lot worse of a response, but this one is fine. They say you look like you could use a spell, creeping vision. Well, that's nice. Oh, he doesn't like Ixars either. Apparently, an Ixar came and tried to have a chat. Well, who knew? Oh, interesting. So, okay, so I could purchase or sell from this window here, from this person. What might I want to do? I don't really see anything that I think I'm in need of selling at the moment, or buying probably either. There are a lot of things here. It's all stuff that's been sold by players. I noticed that this person does not have anything, probably because I'm not a shaman yet. Now there's a bag of sea salt. That looks like it could be something that could go for like cooking though, right? You could use sea salt? One would think. Embalming dust? I wonder, what would you use for embalming dust? For obviously embalming, right? But what do you think it'd be a trade skill thing? I don't know. It's interesting. Human blood? I don't need any of that, I don't think quite yet. Ryle's sand coin? No clue what you might use that for. Sounds like a quest item to me. Huh. So it says urticating hairs, but I thought it said urinating hairs for there for a second. That is not what it says, in case you wondered. Alright. Cool. How about this guy? Can I chat with him? General supplies? Him, her? Oh no. She's absolutely not interested in hanging out with ogres. Yeah. Don't know what to say. They're obviously hanging out in the wrong place because ogres are not far away. And I don't know where Ixars hang out, but certainly there's one of them around here. I'm not sure they like anybody over there. So let's come check in on this guy over here. If there is, in fact, a person over here. I'm clicking the wrong button. That's a fun pastime. And can we go in here? We can go in here. It's an empty hut. Not even anybody fishing on like the pier or hanging out in the tent or anything. How interesting. You would think somebody would be nearby, but apparently that's not the case. All right, Sand Scarab it is. And Sand Scarab is a warrior, so no need to hold back on the slams. Just slam away. I think I'm going to level very soon. I'm at 95% in, and that was 97, so we got 2% for that. Even con kill right there. I wonder, would we get an exorbitant amount for killing a level 15 level 9? I wonder. Haven't really paid attention as much as perhaps I ought to have. I'm also curious about the structure over here, but I'm going to chase down this dry bones guy maybe instead. We'll see. All right. I think he's a little bit slower than me, which is saying a lot because the ogres, okay, so the ogres appear to be slow. I don't know that they actually are because they're very, very large. And so relative to the size of the ogre, it appears that we're going slowly. Maybe that is not the truth. I had forgotten that I was in balanced stance, but I just noticed it. And I've switched over and then things are suddenly going much, much better. Okay, Bucket Joy, how substantial is that XP penalty you mentioned? You have any idea? We're talking like 15% less that we get, or is it like the XP bar requires more than other classes? How exactly does that one work, or do you know? Fighting right on top of that tarantula for a whole second there. Did not make me feel super comfortable. Oh, look at this. We got our level 10. So, congratulations. You have reached level 10 and can now add a third class to your loadout. Your experience moving forward will now only apply to classes that are currently active. Please be aware that once you reach level 11, you will be asked to confirm your current primary class and deity as they will become locked to you. Additional primary classes and deities can then be unlocked via untapped potential achievements or by using an unlocked token. If you haven't already, open the loadout tab in your inventory window. This system allows you to modify your existing loadout or add new ones. That sounds like a fun thing to do, right? Let's go figure that out. By the way, that was O, apparently. We're trying to click I and click loadouts. And then I think what I want to do is somehow make one. So let's add a loadout. And we still want the ogre, and we still want the berserker, and then the bard. But we need a third class. But I don't think that, well, okay, maybe we can do it like this. Bard and, okay, hold on. Primary. I'm in a fight, so let's click buttons real fast. All right, now. I've got the primary as berserker, right? Let's go to the additional tab. We need a bard as the secondary. And then we need to find the shaman in here somewhere, because that's what we want as the tertiary class here. That's a shaman right there. Excellent. All right. So, deity is currently agnostic. City is Ogre. The UI, yes, share with loadout 1. Sure, that sounds fine. Equip, use this loadout. What? Share with LO1 for the moment. How about? Okay, copy current equip, copy current UI. All of this seems perfectly lovely. Okay, let's click save. Now we're immediately under attack. Okay, now we have yet to switch to that loadout. We've just created it, I think. And so after this Puma, there we are. Now let's try switching to this one. Let's swap. Cannot swap while in combat. Well, that's fine because I'm not in combat. See how easy that is? Right. Oh, we can't do it again because we got this dry bones who thinks he needs some attention. I guess we'll give him some. I suppose after that, I'll try swapping again. We'll see. It's not a big deal if I continue to be attacked, though. Because, you know, probably I need some more XP and whatnot anyway. Gotta get those AA going. Speaking of, where are we at? Currently we have one unallocated AA. Now in a moment, when I get the Shaman class involved here, I'm definitely going to want to get some expansion slots on the spell gems. I do like the symphonic aura, but also definitely I'm gonna have to make use of these spell slots very soon. That extra level ought to help against this dry bones as well. The dry bones in question is level 17. I think the last one that we fought was either 16 or 15. I think we may have fought a 15 and a 16, and now we're fighting a 17. But definitely winning, just taking a whole minute to do so. There we are. Now, give it a second to get out of combat, I suppose. And then let's go to swap. Must be in a starting city or a fast camp zone to switch loadouts. So we cannot swap here either. Starting city. Well, that's a shame. All right. In that case, on to Northern Row we go. And we may as well fight another dry bone skeleton here. Another warrior, no less. We're 2 levels away from being able to use the forage skill. I believe. So I think that started at level 12 last time. Anyone is welcome to correct me if I'm wrong, though. It's a high possibility. Eldritch Ogre says, are you near New Ceballos? I have no idea. Where is New Ceballos? Do you know what zone that is off of? Looks like I'm south of Northern Row and north of Southern Row at the moment. If that is at all helpful to you. I'm trying to remember even where Ceballos was in EverQuest 2. Drawing a blank on it at the moment. The name is familiar. I think I can. It's got the undead frog locks in it in EverQuest 2. I think that was Ceballos. Eldritch says it's right before Freeport. You can swap there. Okay, I haven't been to Freeport yet in this game. Now in EverQuest 2, Freeport is right off of Commonlands. I would say East Commonlands. And so if that is true here as well, then I should be getting over there pretty soon. In EverQuest 2, Ceballos is certainly not a starting city or anything of that nature. It's more of a dungeon. Ah, yes, another of these lovely buildings. This makes me think of some of the things in like What am I thinking of? It's Desert of Sky? Desert, no. Desert of... Man, this is a sad day. Pillars of Flame. And I cannot think of the zones that I'm trying to bring up in my mind here. It's been a little while. Pillars of Flame and what? Desert of Peru. Yeah. Can't quite think of the zones that I'm thinking of in EverQuest 2, but it's got to be the same part of the world over here. Oh, I'm fighting a cleric. Wasn't even paying attention. And Tara says, New Seb is where Ixar start in EQ 1 south of Freeport. Oh, it's an Ixar place. That makes sense because there was certainly an Ixar guy over there at the Dervish area. Okay, definitely keeping me stunned pretty well, so I've got to try to, do something about that. We'll interrupt the heal to start with, just for funsies. Echo of Health. So that was a heal of some kind. I wonder if, okay, what would make sense is Echo of Health. If it heals back for the amount of damage that you were dealt, if it's like a reactive heal. I do wonder if that's what it is. Our cleric here has almost run out of power, which is great. That's how I like it. It's my favorite kind of priest. The completely impotent ones. Alright, he's doesn't have enough to do anything with. But I will remain on him to try to beat him down a bit. Definitely getting piled up on him, no doubt of that. Accidentally switched, and I just remembered that I can see when things are casting in the little window here. So, I can interrupt that, then flip back over to this priest up here. And that will probably be a sensible thing to do. Don't know what I'm trying to interrupt, I just know that he's casting something and I don't want him to. I'm not really being able to interrupt him very much, but do what I can. Do the old college try and all that. It's interesting because whenever I switch targets and then switch back, it seems that I have to go back into attack mode. I think I hit the slam too quickly that time. What a shame. Stunned, couldn't do anything. It's not going particularly well. Let's switch to balanced. It may kill me, who knows. Fortunately, priest number 2 is bound to be out of power soon, if he's not already. Pumas are certainly not a lot of fun either. Someone has come running to I don't know, watch? Rescue? I'm not sure. Something. Still alive, but... Oh, how very nice. They definitely healed me. I'm gonna try to say thanks and see if that works. I think so. Let's go to the next Puma. Try to take care of this a little bit. Alright. I think maybe that Puma is on, gone elsewhere. I'm not sure. Disappeared. Oh my goodness, another Orc Priest. Well, we can't be having that. I think I'll try to stay on this Orc. Oh my gosh, they're just overwhelming. I wonder if I can invite this guy to group. I don't know if that's possible during a fight, but let's try it. Invite Cosmo. No idea if that worked. It says you invite Cosmo to join. I don't know if that'll go through or not. Madman is casting like crazy. Like a madman, you might say. Not sure what he's casting. Priest is not casting as much, but his casts are worse in many ways. Stuns and whatnot, not great. Ah, I was stunned. Oh no. I switched targets and accidentally tried to interrupt the other priest instead of the one that was actually casting. It's great. I think I might have gotten that one, I'm not sure. It was hard to tell. Heading back into evasive stance. May as well use the endurance for something, right? Would definitely have been dead long ago if not for this kind soul. Okay, this priest is actually almost out of power, so I'm switching over to the madman. Let's try to stop him from doing the terrible things that he's doing. And then the Puma after that. Which is a warrior. And since our priest is out of power, let's try turning him away from that guy. Unfortunately, I don't have strength of any kind on here. I need to set a button for that. So I should be able to just keep slamming this priest because he's low enough power that he can't cast anything anyway. Alright, we got a cracked staff for all that, and the only thing I can do is either loot it or sell it at this point, so we'll loot it and move forward. Alright, now you said to go to somewhere. You can go to East Freeport. New Sebolus. Let's see. So we've got Iceclad. That wouldn't be New Sebolus. and then we've got to East Freeport. There are some people in front of there, some merchants, but I'm assuming that's not as fancy as an entire city. So, what if I went to Iceclad? Now, Iceclad, is that Frostfang Sea? Because, again, in EverQuest 2, Iceclad is familiar. Now, that may not be what I'm thinking of. I may be thinking of somewhere else. Feel like Iceclad is part of Frostfang Sea. Eldritch says that's it above Iceclad. So, the little green area up there, that counts as a city? Let's auto merge. Oh, well, you know, let's just auto. No, let's just move it. And then we'll go to the green little area here and assume that that's what you're talking about. That's sufficient. And we'll find our way over there, maybe. Probably that orc warrior may spot us. Maybe not. Maybe he's far enough away that he's not really interested. I'm not really sure what the aggro radius is, and I do know that you get giant scarab. They get more aggressive as you go up in difficulty level. Let's go to auto store on this. Then we have a giant scarab egg sac. Yeah, I'll auto store that sucker too. But it won't, because we're all full of whatever the giant scarab egg sac would otherwise go in. I don't know that I care deeply. You know, I'll take it though. Let's loot it, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe there will be a bank here. Who knows? Eldritch says that little spot has a door. Okay. We'll go try to find a door. Definitely found a puma. It's got to count for something. It's not quite a door. All right. Onward toward the door. And another puma. It just occurred to me, okay, all right. I had said to Cosmo, basically, thanks, I was a goner. And he said, no problem. I had forgotten to check and see if he responded. I need to make a conversations window. Chat 2, that's not going to work out. What I need is a new chat window. Probably, let's just try clicking that. Let's see. That's not lovely. Do I want to do something different? Maybe I don't necessarily need the huge tab. Maybe instead I can just add a new tab instead of a new window. And then let's see if we can remove this chat tab. And perhaps move to the left. Yes, let's move it to the left a couple times. And then can I set my tells to here? Maybe filters. Okay. Let's do say. And let's do tell. And group. I've lost the filters. There it is. And we'll do raid and guild. I don't know what all we ultimately want here, but I like guild. Makes sense. And probably shout, right? Because we'll want to see all of the things going on in our immediate area. There's emotes. Should I possibly I should put emotes here as well. Let's go ahead and put emotes, because that way if somebody waves or something like that, then we'll see it. So, emotes, anything else? I think that ought to be fine for this window. Okay, forward. Toward the city that isn't. It's like a... I used to call them strip malls. Do you know what that is? Pressed the wrong button. Go me. This one is a warrior, so we can once more just sort of beat on him with the slam a bit. Alright, so now I don't need to hang out on the chat tab. No, I wonder, will it make a sound whenever we are sent a tell or something? I didn't notice a sound previously, but I think it will show up in red if it gets a message there, because all the other things are. I don't know if I'll notice the red text, but we can always hope. Alright, very good. Got a dervish cutthroat up here, level 10 rogue. Nice. Let's go ahead and see if he attacks. Okay. It doesn't seem to be attacking, so I'm not going to encourage the attack. I'm just going to I feel like there's probably a faction situation there, and I think I'll not run my... Not yet, anyway. Maybe later. There's a Gila monster over there. Who knew? Gotta come get him for sure. Who knows what fun we could have. He also is a warrior, I'll notice. And a large rattlesnake going by. And hoped that stab would do it, but alas, it did not. Alright, we're almost there. So close. Yes, so far away. I'm not sure what the rattlesnakes drop. So I don't know if they'll be terribly useful to kill or not. I know that they drop fangs and things like that. Do I need fangs? Not sure. Maybe they could be used in trade still? Maybe. Otherwise, I'm uncertain of their purpose. Okay. Here we have some greenery. Another little oasis coming up. Oases with little, or oases, perhaps, with skeletons running through them. Seems pleasant. Oh look, some armadillos. Haven't seen any of those since Ogre. Alright. I think I wasn't facing you. Ah yes, it is a snake thing. I apparently can't store it. Nor can I merge it, obviously. Let's loot it. Definitely gonna need a salesman somewhere. Another snake thing. Let's loot that. And then somewhere in here says there's a door. There's a door. Click on it and go inside the tiny house. Can I switch you? Who knows? Let's check. Loadouts. Swap. It's working. Amazing. So all we had to do is, do we need to go inside a little hut? Maybe. Okay, now unfortunately, maybe I should have saved the spell gym window here. Not sure. Okay, becoming better at meditate. Not sure why on that either. But let's see if we can figure this out. Okay. We need to put some things here. What we need are the buffs, really. So, statistic buffs? Sure. Eat like cat. Why not? What else we got going on here? Statistics. We got armor class? Sure. What else do we have? Apparently, I'm making the buffs bar at the moment. Question is, though, which of these things are temporary buffs, and which of them are longer buffs? Spirit of Snake lasts 30 seconds. 30 minutes, rather. So this would be a longer term buff. This would be the shorter things that we want to keep cast. This is a 36 minute thing. So, my initial thought on this was incorrect. Let's take these guys off. They're no good. Because I need to put the shorter ones on first. The ones that are being recast by Symphonic Aura. Then I can save this and I can go make a buff bar. It's not as cool as it sounds. Alright, we got Charisma's one that goes on the other one. Dexterous Aura, I don't know really. I'll just have to put it on. Find out, really. It may be better for me to do it the other way. Let's go into this window here in this nice place we can sit down. Okay, Dexterous Aura, what do you do? Increases your target state. Okay, lasts for 27 minutes. That's going to be another one that we don't want to put on right away. We need some of the shorter things. We need the light healing for sure on here. But I don't know exactly where, so let's not put it on yet. Ports of Distance, I probably am going to want on the bar, but I may not. There's Gate, which is nice. We've got Silos Accelerando, that's fills your feet with speed, increasing the movement rate of the group. But let's see, one of these things is going to be faster than the other. Alright, this is one of those 12-second ones, so let's stick that here. Okay, Strengthen is a long one. Here's Film of Restoration. That needs to go down here. Spirit Sight lets me see invisibility. That's another longer one. Whistling War Song. That's a short duration, or short duration one that works. We've got, it's like a 30-second thing. Okay, that's a lull, so we don't want that here. Elemental Rhythms, that seems like a good thing, but it says, a mystic tune that offers your group protection from fire, ice, and magic. I'm gonna have to pick and choose to some degree, I fear. That was Elemental Rhythms. We've got Levitate, that's another sort of outer combat thing. Anthem de Arms, an ancient anthem that increases the strength and attack rate. That seems good. But I don't have enough Symphonic Aura to go around. And another problem is that I don't have enough slots to be able to do these things and also put attack spells and things of that nature on. It's a 27-minute thing. Let's go to the next page. Cute like cat infuses your target with feline spirit. This is another long thing. Drowsy gives them a drowsy fever, slowing their attack rate, which is nice. Frost Rift creates a rift of bitter cold, plasma for 29 and 29 damage, so exactly 29 damage. Tainted Breath, that's a damage over time. Spirit of Wolf is speed, and that's another long duration guy. Target with the Spirit of the Bear, increasing their stamina. That's another thing that's long lasting. So, okay. If we have those things there, then we can put a heal on here if I can find it. So we have light healing and minor healing. I think minor healing is the better one. That heals 20 points. Oh, nope, it's light healing that we want. All right. So let's put the light healing down here. And then what else might I want to throw on? Since I have the limited room that I have, I'm thinking let's try sticking Tainted Breath, which is a damage over time, into this first slot. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the book, we're going to right click it and save spell set. And I notice that it still has the spell sets that I saved on live. Interesting, because it means that I could have just loaded those spell sets. But that's okay, we're doing it different this time. So let's do adventuring. Do you want to save over set adventuring? Sure, let's do that, and we'll fix it next, as we go on. As time goes on. All right. Cool. Then in that case, what'll happen if I load spell set buffs? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Looks like it did in fact save them. Unfortunately, I probably don't have all of the things that I had at the time. Okay, so number 5 is empty right now. Okay, that's fine. Let's just cast these. I'm cool with it. Maybe I can cast them. I'm clicking them. Doesn't seem to be casting. I think I have them. So why? Okay, what if I... Ooh, right-clicking was a bad idea. Let's come back over here and load spell set buffs. Okay. How can I cast and double click? No, that's not doing the trick. No idea. I have them in the bars. Let's try moving the bar. Maybe it's under something. No, it's not working. Don't know. Let's try display types, changing it to... Let's try this right here. Fantastic. Not looking good. Alright, let's try again. Small spell jumps. Doesn't look like it. I don't see no casting going on. Well, that wasn't working as intended. Try large spell gems. None of the above. Okay. Load spell set. We're gonna go back to... Let's go back to adventuring and see what happens here. All right, let's try it out. Let's click F1. try to heal ourselves. And that's working. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's that did I need to select myself? Okay, let's go to load spell set, buffs, and see if maybe I need to click myself, like F1, in order to apply the buffs. All right, clicking F1, make sure I'm targeted. That is correct. All right, good to know. Had a little bit of fizzling going on there on Spirit of the Bear that time. Good news is that I'm sure with the amount of deaths that I like to go through, I will probably get quite good at casting these soon enough. Okay, let's move this down here like this for now. Maybe I can remember what these things look like. I might need all that room to say their names. Who knows? Who knows indeed. That was very good to be able to go inside the hut though and be able to do that. I don't know if it was because I was in the hut or if it was in the screen area. Uncertainty reigns supreme. One way or another, they better watch out now. We gotta heal. We get into all kinds of trouble. Guard Brindle says, time to die, an armadillo. I would love to threaten armadillos with their lives. I'm not sure about old Brendan. I think the heat's gone to his head out here in the desert. I'm gonna take it. Oh no, he killed my armadillo. What a shame. You know, I should go over to somebody though and sell some stuff or something. I had initially thought maybe I would go and find a banker. I don't know. Oh, the guard is attacking me. Why does Brindle want to attack me? I didn't do anything to Brindle. Did nothing but nice to her. He is a... What is he? It's a level 40 warrior coming at me like that. My goodness. Wrong direction. I want to go do this for that. Maybe not into... Oh my goodness. They're on me like nobody's business. I just want to run away. Man. That's right. East Commons. Let's check it out. Do they have a banker type? Probably not. Freeport, maybe. Oh, gotta recast my buffs that I forgot all about. I am on the buffs window still. Let's click F1 and try putting these buffs back on. Sadly, they did not save me against the level 30 or level 40 or whatever he was. What a shame. Telling you, getting the practice in on these casts. All right, now let's try loading. Okay, first of all, okay, we already have that saved, so let's just load our adventuring set now. I also have the out of combat set, which I don't recall what all is in it, except that it has gate, I believe, in it. Not sure what else. Eldritch Ogre says being ogre is tough. No one likes us at first. Yeah, what's up with that? Here I am, nice, pleasant little ogre girl. just trying to make their way in the world. And those guys, those guards, they were running around killing armadillos. They saw an ogre and they got very much overly excited about it. I think that, you know, I don't think it was entirely necessary. It's all right though. I'm a forgiving sort. Sometimes. Gotta earn their trust somehow. I don't even know what faction they were, but they were the kind of faction that doesn't believe that ogres have good hearts. I can say that. Just because we have torsos of dwarves hanging over spits, well, no, they're not. They're hanging over fires, to be fair. There's no spit involved. Might be some spit, but not that kind. But anyway, regardless, they're hanging around campfires together. I don't know. I don't think that that's the worst thing. Check this guy out here. All right, all kinds of things have been traded into this guy. Like, he doesn't have anything on his own. This is just all stuff that people have thrust upon him, which is cool. I don't have any issue with that. How about you, Alec? You have all kinds of stuff also. Same kind of deal there. Cool. What's this? Oh, it's a purchase for cover guy. I have no idea what that... okay, I see. It's... He hasn't had anything sold to him. The poor fella. Do I need to sell something just so that he feels better? I could sell him some snake fangs, maybe. Let's try that. I don't know. I'm not... I just realized he may not like me. Maybe I don't get the high prices from this guy. I don't know. My snake fangs are... They might be 3 copper snake fangs. I don't know. Hard to say. Look at that. They are. They're 3 copper snake fangs, and this dude only wants to give me 2 copper. Now that, friend, is when no one's trading with you. You know, don't be so stingy. Alright. How about this one? Will he give me my full 3 copper? Won't. These guys are just, they're just no good. They're no good at all. Alright. Well, they don't get my snake fangs. That's what I've decided. And, gonna have to do better than that. Be better, you know? Do better, be better. Faggy's got some various kinds of liquids, which is cool. Especially since I'm personally low on liquids at the moment. I do have some other strange things. Oh, lockpicks. Now, lockpicks would be great to have. I don't have the money for lockpicks because they cost over a platinum. I only have 24 gold. But I'll have somewhere to immediately spend that as soon as I get it. Guess I'm window shopping. I didn't know it. Alright, don't want to buy anything from him necessarily. We got the Soulbinder over here. We've already partaken of his services. So, nothing else. We've got a whole area over here that's just empty. It's unused space. Oh, I don't know why. Let's check on the swashbuckler just for fun. So he has aloe squash and cactus pie. Gator Gulp Ale, Iron Rations, Oasis Water, Torch, and some well-balanced weapons that he sells all the time, apparently. Okay. I wonder, how does he feel about snake fangs? Still 2 copper. Well, no good at all. No interest in you, shady swashbuckler. A little shady. Alright. Let's move on out of here. Okay. So, what I didn't find, to my dismay, was a banquet. But you know what? Freeport should have a banker. Let's go on over there to Freeport. I see Nectalos. Do both sides go to West Freeport? Does that make sense? It feels like if I go to the right, that ought to take me to East Freeport, not to West. Ah, West Freeport, West Commonwealth. Never mind. Because we're in East Commonwealth. Of course, that makes all of the sense. If only I had a brain. You know, sometimes I think that to myself, man, and it's one of those deals of all the things I miss my mind the most. It's a shame. I do have these things going though. Eldritch says Freeport might hate you too. What a shame. Freeport is the place for people like me. Why would they hate me? They're the place for people who are hated. Zedicus Zarender 6207 says, Sup, Zedicus, how's it going? Nice name. And Black Wolf, he was a one-hit kill for sure. Probably a level 1 for that matter. That one certainly is. If Freeport hates me, then I just don't even know what to say at that point. I'll have, I don't know. It's gonna be a sad day. Faceless says, is this open to the public? The game, yes. So you can purchase the pre-order at this point, yes. It's, let's see, it's like, after tax and everything, I want to say I paid like $21. You get the pre-order beta, which is what this is in, plus you get the first month of membership paid for as well with that. And you also get to reserve a name on the servers. And I think that name is reserved until just after the end of this year. Rat Whispers movies. Let's, I'd like to auto store. Apparently I have no room. So can we sell it? Let's try that. Yeah. We need to carry those around. This is nice. Lots of bats over here. Oh no, I accidentally I hit the zone line. Nice. Zedeca says overgeared much. Oh well, yeah, sort of. I'm not really here for West Freeport hunting. I just happen to be killing things while I'm here because I want some of that delicious bat crunchies that can be made from these mystic bats. Well, not just mystic bats, bats in general. Bat wings? It's great. Try some sometime. But yeah, definitely should be overpowered for these bats, no doubt. They're level 1. We're level 9. They don't have a chance. Except that I missed. So they have a little bit of a chance, not much. Now, am I going to be attacked by these guys? Who knows? Hopefully they won't hate me. We'll see. If they do, I suppose. Yeah, no problem, Faceless. I also like the rats. We got bats and rats and wolves and all of those things I think give us the meat that we need for some of those delicious recipes. What I really honestly need more is some things to make drinks with. Eldritch says, click a guard and press C. Okay, I can do that. Mist Wolf Pelt. Okay, those would be good for making, let's click auto store. I think that goes into the trade spell. Yeah. All right. Click a guard, he says. That's not a guard, that's a human. Or not a human. Say a player character at the very least. Maybe that's a guard that came out and killed somebody. And then let's press C. Threateningly sounds bad. Sounds like I'm going to get attacked by the guard. And what it also sounds like is that I'm probably not going to be able to trade with anybody in here because they're all going to hate me. Hey, what a shame. What a shame. Gotta move on to the next town is what I'm hearing. They don't like their kind around, yeah. Ah, well. Grey Wolf is putting up a fight. Level 4. One more bat and then we'll call it. No good. Well, I guess it's rat too. I mean, it's just sitting here. Rat whiskers, sell it. Well, alright. I don't have a lot of room in my bags at this point. I'm getting a little low on food and, well, not food, on drink. But it might be okay for a little while. And I did get some flasks of water if all else fails. Let's go ahead and move those down over here as well. So I don't know, might be all right. And I can always just sell things as I go if necessary. Eldritch says, do you have sneak? I don't believe that I do yet, because I just hit level 10. I don't know though. Let's check. If I did, then this would be going off. Let's see what happens. You must target someone to beg from first, but it doesn't say anything about sneaking, so I don't think that I do. Let's go ahead and go to I and then go to skills and see what kind of new things we might have. Alcohol tolerance is awful. We already knew that. Begging's getting a little bit better. Let's see here. What more might I have? Disarm. Okay, I don't have disarm going on yet. Let's put this here. Let's go to ability disarm. And I wonder, okay, I probably had stop cast in there because of slam. Yeah, I wanted to slam things. I don't want stop cast at this point on these items. So, probably I should change the name of this. It can be not slam intimidate, but we'll do disarm intimidate. Disarm and intim anyway. All right, except that good thought to look through this. We've got dodge that just sort of goes up on its own. Evocation, that'll slowly go up over time. Frenzy, yes, it's doing just fine. Intimidation is moving up in spite of everything. Meditate. My meditate is below average. Being an ogre, though, I've got 100. Not out of 100, just 100. Straight up number. I am ogre. All right. Let's see what else. My singing is nice. Strategy, not so great, even though it's pretty close. It's 50 out of 50. That's as close as I can get. It's just terrible. It is what it is. Swimming's moving along. So yeah, nothing particularly lovely yet. I do hope to get forage at level 12, as I think that's when we get it. Eldritch says, inside New Seb, you can use sneak to use the merchants, but the guardsmen attack you. I see. Yeah, I'm not, I don't have it yet. Let's back up some. I can cast from a good distance with this tainted breath at me once it doesn't fizzle. And that'll be two things. We'll first of all start the fight, but also get a little experience using the real tainted breath. Now let's see here. I think we want to go to West Commonlands. so that we can go to the Fallen, I believe. Which again is where the Fallen is on EverQuest 2 as well. Alright, moving along in the correct direction. We can hit the things from quite a ways with the tainted breath. I don't know exactly how far, but a good little distance anyway. Okay, Black Wolf Tooth, we're gonna sell, I think. I thought the wolf was attacking me, but not correct. This one is a warrior. Alright, let's make our way more toward the Fallen. Should be able to get in there a little ways at this point at level 10. I went in there a few levels ago and could do some damage in the first area there. Should be able to do quite a bit better at this point. Too far away, I think. Took a moment there to get that rattlesnake. Now the bone chips can be used by necros for something, and I think it has to do with their pets. I'm not sure exactly what the deal is there, but necromancers are in need of bone chips. So, something to keep in mind. Oh, a chat. Ah, it is the guy. Ah, Viridian says, dang, you have a lot of buffs. I do in fact. Unfortunately, I did not see Viridian's chat there until now. You know what we don't have is a like the timestamp. So we need the timestamps on here for sure, right? So let's see. Let's do hours and minutes as far as timestamps go. Eldritch says bone chips to summon undead pets. I thought it had to do with the summoning, but I wasn't sure what the whole story there was. Having no necro myself. Puma came at me. I was gonna let him go, and the skeleton, as a matter of fact, but you know, if he wants to attack me, then I guess we're gonna just have to do that. Surprising that the gray skeleton came of his own. I think probably it's because the Puma attacked me that the skeleton decided to pitch in as well. And I think that the chips can be used to make some kind of, I don't know, is it, I'm not sure. In crafting somehow, though. I think I saw somebody mentioning bone chips in the past. Not sure what the exact thing was with it. Here we have fellow player named CERN. CERN, the Shaman Berserker Ogre. Well, I had expected it to come running at me. It did not do that. I had to cast it a second time. Cooked. The level 29 cleric monk shaman. Nice. Now, question is cooked a cook? What's Bowen? Or is he just dies a lot? Maybe he's cooked. I'm not sure. Let's not let this rattlesnake get away. We gotta kill the giant rattlesnake who's come to defend him, too. The reason is unknown. Does not want to push land. There we go. I had to back up a little bit to move in. I don't know if it was just a little bit off his altitude or what exactly happened there. Glanced away to look at the time and the rattlesnake ran off. Maybe I can help this poor froglet. Get some attention off of him. It looked like they just broke though. Don't know if I helped or not. The attempt was made. You know what? That's exactly what happened. He hit the zone line. It was already perfectly safe by the time I did anything. Jeeves, the paladin, shaman, berserker, froglet. Nice. Well, Ask Jeeves recently closed down. I don't know if you guys know what that was or anything, but I remember reading it. That's crazy. It used to be called Ask Jeeves, and then it was called ask.com for a long time. Once upon a time, it was my preferred search engine for many things, depending on what type of things. almost made it over to the Falcon. Slowly but surely getting there. On Spider too? Why not? Bet that Puma's gonna attack as well. Thought for a moment it wasn't. It's just to prove me wrong. There's another player character over there, Melik, the Monk Necro, level 6. And you take the level 11 Warrior Paladin. Here we have Fallen. Now, unfortunately, Fallen is a small place as far as tallness goes, and my Ogre is a large creature as regards height. Unfortunately, it's very cruel of them, but the short place with the tall folks, near the tall folks. Oh, right, what am I doing now? Crazy. I need to be resetting my difficulty. Let's do difficulty 3. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I haven't done difficulty 3 here on this pre-order beta. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. I also don't think that it went through, but I'm not sure why. Let's try that again. Pick difficulty, we're going to click 3, click select. Okay, looks like it's going through this time. Okay, there we go. First attempt did nothing. Ah, there we go. There's a little grouping of them. Okay, we've got a warrior, and a warrior here. So, I will use Slam in a liberal manner. Try to keep the damage of the time running. Really doesn't want to stick on this one though. There we go. Rat Whispers will sell those. Hopefully I don't need them for anything. Maybe it's a quest item. Probably it is. Seems like a lot of things are, but I'm thinking, well, you know, I can always come back. Got a rusty mining pick. We'll loot that. Gonna fill up this inventory pretty quickly after here. But the good news is now I think we have enough money to buy some bags if necessary. Create some bags, maybe? I don't know. Trying to see where my eye is. There we go. 25 gold, that ought to get me a little ways. Alright. Tainted breath it is. Timed that poorly. Okay, we got some mead. Cool. Let's loot the mead. Now, will this make us drunk? Probably. Should I drink it right now? Probably not. Let's put it at the bottom here. I don't know if I'll drink it automatically or not when we get to that point, but if I do, we'll just suddenly be unable to see, I think, very well, if that's what ends up happening. Now, finally, the damage over time spell did take that time. And again on this stack, so cool. Let's come down and try to put it on these cracked skeletons as well. There's a total of 4 of these guys currently beating on us. Well, that's another of the rusty pieces there. That just went off. Let's pop down here and back over. Rusty mace, move that. Got a dot going on him, so we'll stick one on that one. Theoretical. Lots of rusty stuff here. A little bit more room, maybe. Almost out of time for now, though. Let's see. Where is the Shadow Knight here? Not sure. Check over these things and see if I see anything that looks Shadow Knighty. Hardened skeleton. Shadow Knight, that's promising. Key is locked and you're not holding the key. That is correct, because we need to kill the Shadow Knight to get the key. I am not standing, I don't think. Maybe I am? I guess I am. That's cool. Wasn't facing the skeleton either. Man, I tell ya. Read at this game. So far, not doing great at getting this tainted breath on him. Now, the reason that I'm just looting these rusty battle axes and such is because I want to break them down into ore ultimately and with some metal sheets and whatnot out of them. What is this that he has? Minor shielding permanent. Surrounds your body in a magical shield, increasing your hit points and armor class. Very nice. He seems to be pretty resistant to the tainted growth as well. When you're in a fight with a summoner type, and they have a pet, if you don't kill the pet, then you do kill the guy and you don't kill the pet, and then you get into that sort of situation there where, let's do something about this neophyte, honestly. He wants to go down first. I'll do something here. Switch back to the neophyte. And got another neophyte down there. Let's throw something on him. And switch our auto attack back to that guy. This neophyte is next. It's a ranger necro. See if we can get a damage over time on that one. And back up to this neophyte. Wrong. Need to go back to there. Now put damage over time on that guy. Hopefully. All went well. It didn't, as it turns out, but it could have. The plague rats strangely don't care about your putrid breath. That's what I find to be the case anyway. Somehow they're not disturbed. Feels like they should be, right? That would be nice if we could see the detriments that are on things when we don't have any target. But, you know, can't have everything, right? Definitely out of endurance. Let's switch to the balanced stance. Let's try tossing this damage of the time back on him. That there, and then beat on this guy. We have rat eyes. Let's sell them. That was what we call bad timing there. Switched right as things were coming up ability-wise to cast. And then these are rat whiskers. We'll sell those as well. Sean says, how's the combo working for you? I like it. It's pleases me muchly. Alright, now, ran into a door. Like I do. Oh, hey, wait. Cracked skeleton, what are you doing here? We've got a large plague right here. Let's take care of that situation. Sean says, I have Paladin Monk Druid. It's the best combo I've had so far. Yes. I can see that because you've got your DPS with the Monk, you've got the Druid for the heals, and you've got the Paladin for a, basically, if it's anything like EverQuest 2, that's essentially a tank with heals. It's not as good at holding aggro as some classes. But if you're mostly soloing, then there would be no need for that. Oh, I've been forgetting to click the disarm and the intimidate. Now, another thing that I could do is I could tie the disarm to something else that I'm using more often. And since I'm clicking slam more often, maybe that would be the logical thing to tie it to. If we made a, last time, I don't know, last time I tried it, it didn't work because I obviously didn't have the right command for slam. So maybe just as ineffective if I tried it this time. There's nothing over there. Let's go this way. I think I just went this way. We're gonna go this way again. Check everything out here. A neophyte. Back up. Let's get him. Sean says, yeah, as a solo, it doesn't matter too much. I'm only like up 12 or 13. Gotcha. Eldritch says I'm a Berserker Druid Ranger. Same kind of concept. Maybe a little heavier on the DPS. And again, I could be wrong because I'm using EverQuest 2 knowledge to make assumptions here. So if I'm saying something that doesn't make any sense in this context, just let me know, because I don't know. So. Let's try getting a dot on that plague rat if possible. It was not possible as it turned out. Sean says, yeah, that build would have more DPS than mine. Yeah, I think it sounds like, because Berserkers and Rangers should both be high DPS. And I've seen that that's definitely the case with the enemy mobs. This plague rat is very excitable. That guy just ran directly behind me and did not pass go. Did not collect $200. Eldridge says I can root, snare, and dot down mobs way higher than me. It's been fun. Nice, nice. Yes, this one doesn't have a root yet, but will soon. Got the rusty scimitar plus 3. That's crazy. Go ahead and loot it. I may go ahead and merge some of these rusty guys. I didn't want to merge the rusty things because I wanted to break them down into their bits and make some sheets and whatnot out of them, some metal sheets. But I guess I might end up having to. I suppose I'll wait to interrupt this fellow while he's casting something like Life Tap. So now, Life Spike, not Life Tap. Life Tap is something in EverQuest 2. I don't know if it exists here or not. Got Dark Empathy, I don't know what that does. Sean says, I'll probably try a few more builds on different servers and then wait for the full release. Makes sense. Eldritch says when the game goes live, I might do this combo to start again, but maybe a different race. I think I'm gonna stick with this. I like it. I'll try some other things, I think, on different servers. But on this one, I think this is what I'm gonna go with. There could definitely be something better out there that would, you know, I kind of think probably anything will work. I mean, I guess pretty much. You probably wouldn't want to do like 3 of the same thing, like you wouldn't want to do like 3 healers or something. Maybe you could, actually. I don't know exactly what all the options are as far as classes. I would have to look again. But I feel like it may even be possible to do something crazy like that. Maybe I'll try something silly. You could do 3 types of DPS, for instance. Which, you know, so 3 scout types, right? And you would just, I'm not a scout kind of person. You know, there's people who love scouts. I'm not a scout person. But I don't know, maybe there's something to be said for that kind of play style. It's just not my cup of tea. Eldritch says something that really helps ogres and trolls is the level 15 shaman's drink. Absolutely. Yeah, I had that on closed beta and I definitely miss it already. Very nice to have. I'm almost out of time for the night, it looks like. I've been trying to get off before 12 as much as possible, at least by 12. And that's, for me, in 11 minutes. So I don't have too much longer, but a little bit. Let's try clicking this button. Disarm and whatnot. Intimidation, that's the one. Alright, so we got that guy running back and forth in these rooms, getting these skeletons and a few rats. Rats will be helpful, I think, because they drop rat meat sometimes. You can use that to cook for. I got a little excited there and clicked slam to try to interrupt, and I had the wrong thing target, so failure all the way around. Because then the guy was on past something afterward, so I missed it for both guys. What a shame, huh? Eldritch says I'm really interested in the Kara race. I bet their animations and gear will look cool. No idea. Karen were a playable race in EverQuest 2. I guess I kind of assumed that they were playable races here already prior to that. But again, having not done EverQuest 1, I did not realize that it was something unusual. You know, I know that, yes, I'll come on out of here. I know that it was a big deal. People like playing Karens. I'm staring at my feet. This is a wonderful position that I found myself in here. I can't buy. Let's try again. All right, that worked that time. I'm thinking of that song, The Bear Went Over the Mountain. And I'm feeling the bear's pain here. It also seem to not be able to attack the rat. I don't know why. Alright, I'm gonna try backing up. I'm gonna go down the stairs and try killing the rat down here. No, it just really doesn't like me. What is the deal here? Can I cast something at it? No. Oh. Why not? Bugger says Crush Bone is a pretty good area. Cool. You know, I don't know what to do about the rat situation. Oh, now I'm stunned. So he can see me just fine. I mean, beating me up, no problem. I can't see him. Well, alright. Can I do? Am I stunned again? No, I'm not stunned. Man, what a mess. Cannot seem to cast anything. Why not? Very odd. Okay, when I click disarm though. Stand up. Alright. X, there we go. Haha. Excellent. Eldritch says press X. Good job, Eldritch. I think you're stuck in crouch mode. This happened to me. Yes, that is exactly what occurred there. Got leather boots here. Let's auto merge those. See if we can toss a dot on it. DG3AZS6A says you're ducking. Yeah, I finally got there. It took me a whole minute. Okay, more rat whiskers. Let's sell those as well. Alright, I should fight my way to the door at this point, which is right over here, because it is pretty much time for me to get out of here. So I'll just find a couple things on the way over. Let's go to the skeleton excavator and give them a dot as well. Well, try to give him a dot would be more accurate. Alright, that looks like a rusty pick to me. How about this one? It's also a rusty thing. We do have enough room. That's good. Let's leave it. Alright, wonderful. DG says it was kind of hard to tell there for a second. I know it is. I really had no idea. Oh, it's crazy. Okay, so we fought back to the door. Let's use our brand new gate spell. And I think if I right click on this and I go to load spell set, then I would be able to go to the OOC because I had gate on there. However, it may not be there because my bars aren't as big here yet. This is interesting though. So yes, that is a correct statement, I think. I don't believe I have gate on here. So I'll have to probably put it right around there. That may be a spot that I didn't have. Well, you know what though? I don't want to save a new one. You know what we'll do? Let's just remove these things and put just gate on here for the moment. And then we can not worry about it because we'll be up high enough level soon enough, I think, or not level, but AA to be able to add some more. In fact, unallocated AA3 sounds good. Now, somewhere in here, there's a way to get more spots. Oh, interesting. So it's not level 12 that you get foraging, it's with AA that you get foraging. And I just haven't gotten it yet. That's all. Well, I don't want to yet because I want the more spots on the spell gem bar. How do we do that? Not sure, but I remember doing it. So I'm gonna just make it special. Nope, no such like class. Probably not. I've got some thought symphonic aura, and that's nice. But I want another gem. Master of all. No, that's not it. What is mental clarity? Mana regeneration? Ah, here it is. Mnemonic retention. That's going to be it. This passive ability increases the capacity of your spellcasting window, allowing you to memorize one additional spell. That's very nice. I see that Dan has also said archetype mnemonic retention. Very good, Dan. I finally got there, but it took me a little bit. Oh, it only costs one. Well, hey, nice. Let's do it then. Train. If I put train all, do I want to put train all? That would give me 3 spots. I would have to wait longer to get more symphonic aura. 3 slots is pretty nice. Let's do that. 2 ranks for 2 AA points. Sure, let's do that. Yes. Now, we need to resize this guy again. And then the next rank costs 2. But this may be sufficient. Let's load spell set and go to OOC and see if that's how many I had. Dan says the cost goes up a bit in the later ranks, right? I see it. Okay, so we didn't have enough to get Gaiden though what was before, I think. Maybe I had it in buffs. Let's try that. Should be getting better at meditating anyway. It does not look like it. That is a shame. Ah well. Good enough for the moment anyway. And so what I'll do is I'll just add date to this and then I won't save it. And so it'll go away and won't interfere with later renditions. All right, so Gate's going to take me all the way back to Ogre, which is fine because I need to do some trade skilling over there anyway. No, Gate will not take me back to Ogre. That is not correct at all. Origin is where I want to cast to get over there. Then I can click Gate when I want to go to East Commons. That's right. Excellent. All right, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that and then call it because it is now 12:01 a.m. and that is about the right time for me to start getting out and start getting ready for bed. So I will see all of you later. It was fun streaming with you guys. And if you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me so that you can turn on notifications and see the next time that I go live. Hopefully I'll see you all then. Everybody have